to know. There are tortoises still alive today that were around during Charles Darwin's time. In fact, there are a number of creatures with longest lifespans that make the record of the oldest living creatures on Earth. Here are 15 animals with the longest lifespans, including one immortal animal. Number 1. Greenland Shark. According to a study utilizing eye-lens radiocarbon testing, the minimum lifespan of a Greenland shark is 272 years, with a maximum reported age of 392 years. The authors of the study concluded that the Greenland shark is the longest living vertebrate known to man. The shark is considered near threatened due to possible population declines. The Greenland shark lives in the Arctic and North Atlantic waters, at depths averaging from 4,000 to over 7,000 feet. This shark grows slowly to a length of 8 to 14 feet at maturity. It scavenges for its food, and eats a variety of fish and birds. Number 2. Guido Clam. These oversized saltwater clams have been known to live for more than 165 years. Guidocs experience rapid growth during their first years of life, growing an average of over 1 inch per year in the first 4 years. Characterized by their long necks, or siphons, the body of a guidoc can grow to more than 3 feet in length, while the shell is typically no longer than 8 inches. Guidocs are native to the Pacific Northwest from California to Alaska. Number 3. Tuatara. Tuatara are the only surviving members of an order that flourished about 200 million years ago, the Sphenodontia. Essentially, they are living fossils. Tuatara are also among the longest-lived vertebrates on Earth, with some individuals living over 100 years. Found only in New Zealand, tuataras reach sexual maturity after 10 to 20 years and continue growing until they are 35 to 40 years old. Number 4. Lamela brachiotube worm. These colorful deep-sea creatures are tube worms, Lamela brachiolumici, that have been known to live between 170 and 250 years. These vestimentiferan tube worms live along hydrocarbon cold seep vents on the ocean floor. The Lamela brachia is unique among vent creatures because it grows slowly throughout the duration of its life to a length of over 6 feet. This creature is found in the Atlantic Ocean, especially in shallow portions of the Gulf of Mexico basin. Number 5. Red sea urchin. The red sea urchin, Strongylocentritus franciscanus, has a life expectancy from 100 to over 200 years. Found only in the Pacific Ocean, primarily along the west coast of North America and the northern coast of Japan, the red sea urchin lives in shallow, sometimes rocky waters. The red sea urchin avoids extremely wavy areas and stays primarily from the low tide line down to 300 feet. They crawl along the ocean floor using their spines as stilts. Number 6. Bowhead whale. Bowhead whale, also known as the Arctic whale, is by far the longest living mammal on Earth. The average age of captured whales is 60 to 70 years. However, examinations of whales discovered with ancient ivory spears still lodged in their flesh has resulted in estimated lifespans of at least 100 years. These creatures are found in the colder waters of the North Atlantic and North Pacific. Number 7. Koi fish. Koi fish are an ornamental, domesticated variety of the common carp. They have an average lifespan of 40 years, while the oldest known koi fish lived to be over 200 years. Koi fish can grow up to 3 feet in length, and are native to the fresh waters of the Caspian Sea. Wild populations can be found in North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and Asia. Koi fish are common in artificial rock pools and decorative ponds. Number 8. Tortoise. With an average lifespan of 177 years, tortoises are considered as one of the longest living vertebrates on Earth. One of their oldest known representatives was Harriet, a Galapagos tortoise that died of heart failure in 2006 at the age of 175 at a zoo owned by the late Steve Irwin. Harriet was considered the last living representative of Darwin's epic voyage on the HMS Beagle. A Seychelles tortoise named Jonathan, at 187, recently made it into the Guinness World Records as the oldest known living land animal. Number 9. Ocean quahog. The ocean quahog, Arctica Icelandica, is a bivalve mollusk that can live for 200 years. A lifespan of 100 years is common, with age measured by age marks formed in the quahog's valves. With a habitat that stretches from the east coast of North America to Iceland, the Shetland Islands, and Cadiz, Spain, the ocean quahog has a broad range. Filter feeders, ocean quahogs bury themselves in the ocean floor to feed on microscopic algae. Number 10. Antarctic Sponges. Antarctic sponges can thank their environment for their long lifespans. There are about 300 different species of Antarctic sponges found. These sponges live approximately 325 to 6,500 feet underwater in extremely cold temperatures. This extreme environment slows down their growth rate and other biological processes, which results in remarkable longevity. A 2002 study calculated that one Antarctic sponge species, the Anaxycalax juveni, could potentially live a phenomenal 15,000 years. The same study determined that the Synachia antarctica, which does not live as deep underwater as the Anaxycalax juveni, can live up to 1,550 years. Number 11. Ever-growing lobsters. There is a debate among the scientific community whether these red ocean dwellers are biologically immortal animals or not. A common cause of death of these species is disease, not old age. They grow and reproduce until they die. One lobster captured off the coast of Newfoundland was estimated to be 140 years old, but most males survive into their early 30s, while females live an average of 54 years. Number 12. Planarian worms. Planarians are non-parasitic flatworms, which can grow 3 to 50 centimeters long and 0.2 to 0.5 centimeters wide. They are free-living invertebrates that employ motile cilia for locomotion. They possess a large pool of adult stem cells that enables them to promptly regenerate any part of their body, including the brain. According to a study at the University of Nottingham, these flatworms are not only able to regenerate its old dead cells, but it can literally grow a new brain, gut or tail when severed in two. Number 13. Dinococcus radiodurans. Dinococcus radiodurans is an extremophilic bacterium and one of the most radiation-resistant organisms known because of their extraordinary capacity to repair their DNA when it gets damaged. They can survive cold, dehydration, vacuum, and acid, and therefore is known as a polyextremophile. They have been listed as the world's toughest bacterium. The Guinness Book of Records even says they can resist 1.5 million rads of gamma radiation, about 3,000 times the amount that would kill a human. Number 14. Tardigrade. Tardigrade are also known as water bear or moss piglet. They are microscopic free-living tiny invertebrates, which can grow mostly about 1 millimeter, 0.04 inch, or less in size. They live in a variety of habitats worldwide, in damp moss, on flowering plants, in sand, in fresh water, and in the sea. Around 1,300 species of tardigrades are found worldwide. Tardigrades can go up to 30 years without food or water. Research has found that tardigrades can withstand environments as cold as -328 degrees Fahrenheit or highs of more than 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Their bodies can produce a unique protein that protects their DNA from being harmed by things like ionizing radiation, which is present in soil, water, and vegetation. They can also survive boiling liquids, massive amounts of pressure of up to 6 times the pressure of the deepest part of the ocean, and even the vacuum of space, without any protection. A study found that some species of tardigrade could survive 10 days at low Earth orbit while being exposed to a space vacuum and radiation. 15. Immortal jellyfish. The Tortoise dornii species of jellyfish, also known as the immortal jellyfish, might be the only animal in the world to have truly discovered the fountain of youth. Tortoise dornii was first discovered in the 1880s in the Mediterranean Sea and highlighted as a uniquely enduring organism. The fully grown Tortoise dornii is only about 4.5 millimeters across, smaller than a pinky nail. A bright red stomach is visible in the middle of its transparent bell, and the edges are lined with up to 90 white tentacles. These tiny transparent creatures have an extraordinary survival skill though. In response to physical damage or even starvation, they take a leap back in their development process. Their tentacles retract, their bodies shrink, they sink to the ocean floor, and transforms back into an immature polyp stage. In a process that looks remarkably like immortality, the born-again polyp colony eventually buds and releases medusa that are genetically identical to the injured adult. And not just once, they can do it over and over again. There may be no natural limit to its lifespan. Thus the only known way they can die is if they get consumed by another fish, or if a disease strikes them. In fact, since this phenomenon was first observed in the 1990s, the species has come to be called the immortal jellyfish. Found primarily in the Mediterranean, the Tortoise dornii species is also an expert survivalist, hitching rides on the bottom of cargo ships around the world. Thanks for watching the video. For more update to my new videos, press the bell icon. And please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to support my channel. Thank you.